It's a great day to play, everybody. Welcome in. Whether this is your first time here or you're rejoining us, thank you so much for being here with us today. Don't forget, you're always loved, appreciated, and welcome in this channel. Oh man, have we been on a fun ride with Dimash? A lot of people have been saying, you need to listen to this song, you need to listen to this song. We're going to get to all of them eventually. But today, I have picked out for you Sinful Passion. Sinful Passion is the one we're going to be listening to and reacting to today. First time hearing this one. Super, super intrigued. It's just been a phenomenal journey, guys. It's been a phenomenal journey. His voice is just... It's like words can't describe that. You can't describe that. How do you describe that? But you all know that. If you've been enjoying the journey so far and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and like and subscribe now. Or if you're brand new, you should do it too. Just save yourself some time and let's get it going. But without further ado, it is time. It is time. I did put the closed captions on a little bit bigger and higher today. That way, it'll be easier for those of you at home if you haven't seen this yet, or if you'd like to be able to know what's being said. It'll be easier for you to read. So let's do it.
Казахстан всегда гордился и гордится своими талантами. Сейчас на сцену выйдет представитель уже нового поколения казахстанских звезд. Парень раньше нас, друзья, с вами понял, где больше зрителей, поехал в Китай. И, между прочим, там, внимание, победил в проекте «Голос». В Китае человек из Казахстана победил с хитом А-студио «Грешная любовь». Впервые на новой волне. Прорыв года. Димаш Кудайбергенов.
С песней «Грешная страсть».
I can always look this up on my own later too. I noticed that his name is spelled two different ways. It's spelled with a K and with a Q, but his official YouTube is spelled with a Q. Is that just like a language, like a translation thing? Anyway, if somebody wants to let me know in the comments, that would be great.
Ты явилась нежданно, как из лунного сна. О, если б знала ты, что мне нужна, только ты одна. Линии долгие лилии, были ночи без сна, но в стуже сердце озарило, как весна, только ты одна.
This is kind of interesting and cool to just see, because like the only thing I've been exposed to with him so far has been SOS, and basically from the beginning of that song, it's all just like one. It like, instead of having like a beginning and like a climax in the end, the song like starts off on climax and then just keeps climbing. It just keeps climbing to the end. Where like it's cool because I feel like in this one we're getting a little bit more of like kind of like his more subdued side, which is really, really interesting here. And I don't think that people necessarily realize, like, as a singer, having more kind of like that conversational singing, sometimes I feel like, especially for people like for me, it's actually a little bit more difficult because it's harder to control that when you're not using as much air. It's much more air control that you need to use. So it's very, very cool. And we're also hearing a little bit of his lower register, which I really, really enjoy as well. He's got such a nice, deep, and rich tone. We're going to back up a little bit and keep going, though.
Только ты одна. Дай мне, долгим огнем пылать во мгле и в ненастье. Дай мне, Дай
Oh.
мне ночью и днем сгорать в костре грешной страсти.
There it is. With just how vast his range is, it's just so shocking that he still has so much lower support. It and you can tell like he's holding back, like he's got more that he could push out there. The stage is really, really beautiful and serene. Like one of my dreams, like when I was a kid and growing up, like I don't necessarily think it's a dream anymore. I'm a little bit old for this now, but um I love like I always want to just be a singer and like have like a full orchestra backing me. Not like just like a band, not like a guitar and like no, like I wanted like a full orchestra and like this is just this is badass. Oh, it's so good.
Ночь сомкнула ресницы, и вокруг тишина. Забыты звуки, руки, лица. Не нужна только ты одна. Околдован тобою.
Yes.
Выпью зелье до дна. И ты вернешь меня из бездны в этот мир. Только ты одна. Дай мне.
All right, before we get into a whole another section of this song, which I feel is coming, it's like he doesn't have one voice. It's like he's got 10 voices, and he switches between them so seamlessly. What's like what would generally be considered like head voice, where you're literally pushing instead of singing from the diaphragm, and you're like pushing the air up and like closing your throat a little bit. It's almost like a throat whistle, I guess, if you could consider it that. It's not always easy to switch between those, and that actually like requires more air support to do that. And like when he just goes so flawlessly between them, it just shocks me so much. And I don't understand how one person can just have so much freaking talent. Like, it's so good. He's so good. All right, let's go back up right before this. This is coming up.
Долгим огнем пылать в огне и в ненастье. Дай мне, ночью и днем сгорать в костре грешной страсти.
I gotta pause here again real quick because like that's what I'm talking. Like he just sang basically kind of like the same notes, but like the first time it's like this more subdued version, a little more control required, a little bit lighter, and then he uses like that full. It's literally like listening to two different voices. It's insane, but he's not emulated. Like it's just him. It's just so freaking good. Okay. What? how do you go from there to there? I And the other thing that I find impressive here, because I guarantee you that he's not going to just stay in the upper octave or the upper range. Your voice is I'm trying to think of simple ways to say it, but I'm sure that somebody's going to say that I'm wrong. It's kind of like a rubber band. Okay, you can stretch a rubber band to a specific point, and then that's it. But once you start stretching that voice out a little bit, it doesn't, like, when you stretch the rubber band out again a little bit, it doesn't necessarily go all the way back in, if that makes sense. At least for people that are untrained. It takes a lot of training to get through that. But like when you start going into really, really high notes or high octaves and you're using that, sometimes it doesn't allow you to hit the low notes as well anymore. It's like that low range is kind of gone. Now he's clearly undergone all the training to do that. But that's what's even more impressive about it is like the notes that he's hitting. Like when I'm singing and I'm hitting high notes, like super, like if I'm trying nowhere near what he's hitting, but like if I'm belting it out and I'm hitting high notes, like my lower range is gonna be off a couple of notes. The only reason I'm saying it, I'm taking a break to say it, is because like it's one thing to listen to him and just know that he's got this God-given talent. It's another thing to like really understand the amount of work that goes in. Like you can have talent, but the amount of work that he's had to do to be able to get to this point is just insane. Oh, let's hear this last note again. Come again for Big Fudge? My brain is trying to process what just happened. So he goes into this very, very like that throat staccato, by the way that he was doing, that's not easy to do. So he goes into that, kind of has a couple of runs in the very like kind of weird key, and then like goes all the way, like I didn't hear him change over from like lower register to like higher. Like I just, and then he throws these just flawless runs in up and down. He's like the Thanos of voices. Like he just has all the power. he's just wearing the Thanos glove, and when he sings, it's like his snap. I don't understand. I don't understand. You're too talented. Okay.
картину Басков сейчас. Боюсь, у Коли был бы сердечный приступ. Димаш Кудайбергенов, аплодисменты!
Спасибо большое. С вашего позволения, я бы хотел сказать пару слов и выразить огромную благодарность группе «Астудия» и Байгали аға, сізге үлкен рахмет за то, что вдохновляете нашу молодежь и за то, что воспитываете правильное музыкальное направление. Счастья вам! Приезжайте в Казахстан, мы вас любим очень!
Димаш Кудайбергенов.
Аплодисменты.
Я сейчас не могу с собой унести. Спасибо!
На сцену приглашаются профессиональные сочинские носильщики, чтобы унести цветы Димаша Кудайбергенова.
I think what's even more impressive is just how humble he seems. At this point, he's like world renowned, right? And I think it takes a true artiste to not allow that to go to their head. And maybe it's just because of like his humble beginnings. I don't know. I don't know much about his backstory, actually. That's something that I really like to learn. If anybody has any recommendations, if there's any like videos out there or anything like that that I could maybe watch to get a little bit better understanding of him, that would be great. But like, it's so humbling to just have that much talent and clearly use it for good. Like one of the things he just said was like, thank you for like helping point kids in the direction of music, right? In the right direction of music. Like he didn't have to say it. Like he didn't have to say that. Like thanking them was one thing, but like then he breaks my brain when I hear him. My brain doesn't know what to do with the information that comes out of Dimash's mouth in the form of song. I don't know what to do with it. Anyway, thank you all so much. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe. It goes a very, very far way in helping the channel. If you guys have any recommendations for me, don't forget, you can always put them in the comments, or if you really, really like them to be seen, because I try to get as many of the comments, you can always come into the Discord and post them there. If you are streamers or other content creators and you're looking for some music to use in your streams, it's DMCA free. Don't forget, you can always use Stream Studios for that. And finally, you are loved, you're appreciated, you are always welcome here. If nobody told you they loved you today, I love you. Thank you very much. It was a great day to play. You all have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.